Hi everybody and welcome to today's YouTube video. We are having a look at Dark Dimension 5 and potentially our first thoughts ahead of seeing some of the nodes, because I definitely think depending who we're up against is going to impact who we should or who could be good in Dark Dimension, and also especially if they're coded like Dark Dimension 4 where some of them will do ultimate abilities only and things like that. We're really going to need to have a look to see who's on the node. I feel like they might do like what they've done for Doom 2 and give us a bunch of Kestrels and Dooms and things like that. So it's going to be really important to have a look before we start upgrading people. But what I've done is I have kind of released kind of a first thought, who you might be thinking about, kind of if you wanted to be a bit more resourceful with your characters, maybe people that you're using in Doom 2 or you've got leveled up, things like that. So that's what we're kind of thinking of at the moment. Obviously, absolutely do not level anybody up until we've seen the nodes and maybe the whales have tried it and things like that. I'm pretty sure nobody at my level or is going to be ready for DD5 anytime soon anyway, so we have got plenty of time. But what I have done is I have put a very snazzy little guide together for you all that just kind of starts to show some of the characters that could be good options, why I think they'll be good options and how they could be used elsewhere. So please do bear in mind this is before we have seen the nodes, and I'm not necessarily saying do these characters, I'm saying these are characters that you might want to consider. So we know the order, we know we're going to be starting with City. Now, my first thought, and I know a lot of people will just go straight symbiotes, however, obviously starting off on 5 bio, it's going to take you a while, it is a lot of gear, 3 of them are pretty expensive as well, so you might not want to do 5 symbiotes straight away. So we had a look at some other kits, and we definitely think Heroes for Hire could be some really good options, especially kind of Shang-Chi and even Iron Fist. There's a lot of good kit and a lot of good moves in there, and then we also put in Cloak and Dagger, because Cloak and Dagger absolutely destroy anything, but they do really need to be together as a combo. On my baby account for DD3, I'm going to take a mixture of symbiotes and Cloak and Dagger, and I'm going to try that because I don't have anti-venom unlocked yet, so I'm going to try that and see how I go. But you can see here it shows you where else that you'll be using them. I know a lot of people have Heroes for Hire leveled up high for War. You can also use them in the Gamma Raid, and I haven't tested him myself, but apparently Shang-Chi is really good in Doom 2 raids as well. So you've got a few good options for City that aren't just the symbiotes, but if you don't want to go all bio. And as you can see here, we have added in some notes. So Cloak and Dagger work better together. Symbiotes or Heroes for Hire may be the smartest option depending on gear and the nodes plan ahead. Obviously, if there's going to be like a Hela node, then symbiotes could be good. So it just depends. We're then going to have global, and I again absolutely think Secret Avengers will absolutely destroy and will be really good. I think they are a 3-man team. I don't feel like they need 5. So they are also a legendary unlock, so you're going to be gear 14ing them eventually anyway, so you might as well do them a little bit more to kind of see how they go. We've put Black Widow in because a lot of people did use her in DD4 and she is cheap, and she does have stun and speed up, so she could be really useful. And the same with Sabretooth, he is very cheap. Obviously he has had a little upgrade, so he is very good in War. And again, a lot of people who were racing or who wanted a cheap option for DD3 and DD4 did Sabretooth, so he could be a really good option. And we have put in Lady Deathstrike, and I only just unlocked her the other day, so I'm not 100% sure. You've got Mr. Sinister there, but obviously again, if there's like Kestrels and things like that, you're probably not going to want Mr. Sinister. And the same with Doom, he's very expensive. And we have put Ghost in there because obviously she does have a Dark Dimension kit and she is pretty good. So obviously for the notes here, you've got obviously Doom is 36 tech and skill, so he is actually quite expensive. Sabretooth is now a viable option as he's cheap, and I think Secret Avengers are going to be a must. I think they're going to be the 3-man team. We then move on to Cosmic, and yes, I know they released the 2 Eternals in Friday's blog, and they are going to have Dark Dimension traits and things to their kit. I have looked over their kit briefly, but how I see it is why would I bring up 2 characters that I will barely unlock all the way up to gear 16? Well, I probably will do them if they're going to be that good, when I could just use a character that I already have at gear 14 and I'm using in the Doom raids, because I don't know if they're going to be Doom viable. We will have to see. So Cosmic, yeah, obvious option is probably going to be Infinity Sisters, Infinity Ladies and Kestrel. Absolutely feel like that would be fine, but you have also got like Silver Surfer and Deathpool, and you've got the Dad Bros again. Obviously they work well together. You might also want to consider Bishop. I don't know how well he'll work without Jews, but he is really kind of vital in the Doom raids. So you have got a really good few options there. Plus obviously we'll be adding on the Eternals on the end there as well for you. So again, Kestrel is a mixture. She's 36 skill and 18 tech for the uniques. And Power Leap obviously, you know, puts those 2 as really good options, but it just depends, and also we might be running low on skill gear here, which is why you might want to consider somebody else. So that is who you're looking at for Cosmic. So these kind of gold stars are who we think will be kind of vitals and no-brainers that you can do anyway. Obviously the number is the number of uniques, and then the lighter the color, the cheaper they are, and the darker, the most expensive they are. So then finally we look down at legendary, and there are, I mean, I don't think there's any right or wrong answer with legendary. I'm not going to be getting a mega red first time round. I probably will have a mega red by the time we get onto DD5, so we will know what he, you know, how good he is, but he does health steal, so that would be beneficial. Shuri, I feel like Shuri is such an underrated legendary. I think her defense up, energy pump and heal, I actually think she's still a pretty good legendary because of her kit. I know you're probably going to get trolled for that, but I use Shuri a lot, and I actually use her a lot in my baby account as well, whereas I've got Invisible Woman, I've got Black Bolt, and I think I've got Mags, and I haven't leveled them up at all, but Shuri I've actually leveled up and I've used. Obviously you've got more Adam Warlock, Doc Ock and Jubes is kind of really great options. Again, it will depend on the node, it will depend on what you're using, but again, you know, there might even be a new legendary by the time you get onto legendary, which would be better. So Fury, I do think Nick Fury could be a really good option for legendary as well, but I do believe, well, I feel personally you have to have high red stars on him because his summons won't be kind of strong enough to land any of their debuffs, but Fury could be a really good option. And again, Invisible Woman, lots of people might have her up high already, and you know, she's pretty good. I didn't take her into DD4 because I saved my bio gear for Sims because I did all 5 symbiotes, so you know, they could be good if you've got them at high red stars. Again, Phoenix could also be an option, but if you're facing any Kestrels, she might not be a good option. Plus, I thought there was going to be an ISO requirement on DD5, which there still might be an ISO requirement on DD5. They might have just forgotten to tell us. And nobody wants to be blue ISOing their Phoenix, do they? So there we go. So that is my guide, everybody. It is available on all the Discord servers as well, so if you do want to have your own copy of this, and we will be updating it as we get more information. So if you have any thoughts, suggestions or ideas, let me know down in the comments or reach out to me on Discord or catch me live on Twitch. But I think it is really exciting how they're kind of releasing DD5 because it will give us a chance. It's given us a chance to get to 85. We've got our Doom raids. I'm probably just going to take my Doom raid characters, most probably because I'm really resourceful. I'm still playing catch up, so that's probably what I'm going to do. But it will be interesting to see what everybody else is thinking, and also a big special thanks to Crystal Peak Productions for helping me produce this guide. But if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Obi's barking in the background because it is Halloween and we are having some trick-or-treaters come round, and he is getting really excited, so I'm gonna have to go and see to him. But thank you very much everybody for watching, and I'll see you in another video sometime soon.